Where was I when I knew myself last? I look inside, see how I slip on pluff mud, unsure what I will be, the people I think I am not, and if I will bestow after. Tell them your father is Jewish, but your mother is not. Floats into the pond like a summer swimmer, day as blue as when I first met my father. I watch from the porch the full crowd of my family as light passes over the pond, stretches and vanishes, leaving an island of blue and gold between me and my father that does not exist. I try to drift closer to my father, find where he is, or if he is within me. And beneath my clothing, lengths of longing form, a stretch of land, refusal to walk slowly. Between houses where people sing soft songs in Hebrew and crush savory leaves, I climb up to the roof to ask, what does it mean to have this in me and not know it? When she wrote, "It is November 1934," did November 1941 exist? My uncle writes from the salt marsh, where the morning dew drops its diamonds in the needle grass and you think you can just walk out and pick them like mussels, but they dissolve before you can put them in your basket and you're back to being your poor old self. Truth is, if you live here, you're rich. That's how I felt this summer, which has been milder than usual and greener than usual. From the late afternoon rains which come by 4 and clear off by 6. It looks like the world has been washed clean. If only that were true. My sisters by the pile of conch shells collected on the porch. Me in the kitchen preparing clams to steam in garlic and white wine and celery leaves. There's a bag of clams waiting for me, and I'd better get to Livingston's before he closes shop to go fishing, which he often does, when the sea trout are running and he doesn't have to go far to get them with his pole and line. In contrast to the anonymous fish that the fleet bring in by the box and are put to bed under ice in his giant refrigerators. My young cousin chasing after a pot-bellied piglet in the village, toting wood for a new treehouse at the edge of the marsh, pulling a cart of 2 10-pound bags of fresh-dug clams. He is like Adela, bringing in the bright day. I revisit the salt marsh until the view toward Cowpen is plumbed. Navigate the creek by alligator, dive off docks cut by oysters exposed in low tide. Cows exhale, the air perfumed by Confederate jasmine, tea olives, and yet another bloom of fortnight lilies. Low country of bright shadows. All turns brown in the marsh, full of holes and fluid, black flies and flooded amber. Yet in heat, we take turns showering outside, hot water to scratch mosquito bites, our hands slapping any part not underwater, hitting slip thigh. Gazed green banana palms, fretted crab apple trees, dates, orange groves, flecks in the goldening, living on fish, more at the bottom of mud mind, look up to deep violin wood, warm, humid sound. Table set, swept, sweetgrass baskets, pitcher thick from shallow well. Bottle shored away in damp. Bagged clams and Carolina shrimp straight off the boat. Cleaned, dropped in boiling water with bay. Burnt butter, closest thing to proof of God. Steamed black rice, celery leaves. Sad paper doll in cornflower blue smiles at me tragically from a corner. This day until night for the rest of my life. Now, it always seems to be a warm evening, early in November, 1934 and 1931. Even in July, it is winter, when weather is soft on the river. I walk as though walking beside myself, and light releases the lamps which stay warm after they are dark. I lie down feeling complete for an evening, a descendant of something. The night, the lamps, the Einsatzgruppen moving east towards Lvov. A window box tangled with mallow and last year's fennel. I sign away a certain hold on life and lose nothing. I think I am you, and my sense of your death leaves me. You on the sunk cement in the river, clapping your hands. When you are not you, I am closer to who is within me. Skin softer, as though I slept soundly for hours. In the shade, at the center of loss, alive and light.